Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome back to our channel, The Inner Tears of a Man. We are back here to express and also to show the concern that we are having as a man because, as much as we've already indicated on the last videos that we had, that the man is crying out there and no one dares to listen. No one dares to pay attention to the tears that are busy rolling out, the tears that are busy deepening into the heart of a man. In actual fact, a man is bleeding to death and no one is getting to notice. So today we are also back on this topic because I want to share a story that actually disturbed my mind, that actually touched me almost the whole day until now, which I felt it is important for me to share it, just to raise the concern, just to show how much, as a man, we are suffering, to show that even the Justice Department doesn't favor us because of the stigma that a man is the real culprit out there in the in the real world. Whereas it's not always the case, believe you me, wherein a man is a culprit in a situations that we are finding ourselves in at the end of the day. Let me share with this. There is a video that is busy circulating about a man who's just released from jail, wherein he was imprisoned for 15 good years. He was in prison for 15 good years for a crime that he did not commit. I believe this is generally that we already know there are many different cases that we come across wherein a person has been persecuted for something that they have not done. They have to serve, they had to go through a tough time because he has got no backup, he has got no one to support. At the end of the day, they find themselves in prison, they find themselves being persecuted, they find themselves being painted with the black paint. Now, the situation is like this. It was a husband, it's a man with a wife, and they've got a daughter. And that daughter is actually a stepdaughter to this man. It's a stepdaughter to this man. So many a times, or when the man tries to call or to discipline the child, the lady, the daughter, then the women does not really like it. So and now the daughter has been in a stage wherein she start going out and stuff like that. But as a man, as a father in the family, I will need to enforce some discipline, and some discipline. In this case, it wasn't in a form of physical punishment. It wasn't. It was just with words, just to speak with your daughter, so to say. Now, it happened that the daughter did not like it, and when the mother came back, she reported to say, "My father raped me," because it was actually a way to silence the men, or a way that pushes the men to say, "You should no longer talk to me. You should no longer try to discipline me. You should no longer do anything that has to do with me. So rather, let me say to my mom, he raped me." So the mother, beside, she did not even want to take this matter to check the true instance of it or whatsoever. She sided with the daughter. At the end of the day, she took it up until it reached, the court's gate. When it reaches the court's gate, the man was arrested and he was given 15 years to stay in jail. So now the man is out. He served his sentence until he was out. Come back to his house. Then when he comes back to his house, what happens now is the woman, she's complaining about the husband, to say, ever since my husband came back from prison, I cook for him, but he doesn't even eat. I want him to touch me, he doesn't do that. Like it looks like he has gone back from his responsibility as a man in the house. He's no longer doing that. So it's bothering the women to an extent that she goes out to seek for help, wherein the people with cameras and the mics, they come to try to interview the man, what is actually happening. And that's how it got an exposure on the net, on the social media today. And that's what has got my attention. So, but the discussion as it goes, the man outlines to say, actually, I am tired. You cannot expect me to be normal while you have put me into an abnormal situation. You are crying that I don't do this and this and that, this and this and that. But the what I have went through, it is enough. What I've went through, it is actually still tormenting me even today when I am here. And now, when the wife says, you know what, I love my husband and whatsoever, the husband says to the wife, how can you love a man who raped your daughter? Or is it because you went out to find that I did not do it? That's why you will claim to love me. And the wife says, no, I visited you in prison and I feel the pain, I sympathize with you, but now the way you are doing it, the way you are treating me is not good. Now I want to know whether should I stay or should I go home? The man says, for 15 years, you deprive me of my freedom of life. I was in a 3 meter. It speaks about the 3 meter room, wherein even in that 3 meter, I wasn't allowed to move around. I was only allowed to occupy the space wherein I'm seated. For 15 good years, my life has been imprisoned. Now you expect me to come back and say, my loving wife, to appreciate you just for what? What have I done wrong that even today I don't know? So when I understand the whole story, it actually disturbed me because it gave me an idea to say, this means when they asked to say, but did you rape the daughter? Says, I did not do it. I was arrested for a crime that I did not commit. See, and I feel the pain that is in this man to say it is very much difficult, it is very much painful. If there is ever a severity of a pain that as a person you can feel is when you are deemed to having done something that you have never done, when you are arrested for something that you have never done, or when you are blackmailed for something that you did not commit and you need to serve it. That is a very painful story, believe you me. And that it's painful because it's happening also to a fellow man whom it tells me that this story or this issue, it has went to court, and the court has not been able also to get into the marrow of this. Like today, it is known that when a case such as this, if it can reaches the court, they don't ask a question. The police will just come and arrest you, put you in jail. And when they put you in jail, you are going just to serve. But I am a bit now. I'm worried that even our justice department, this man says I've been arrested for what I have not done, and he feels the pain for 15 years where he was arrested. Now, the system that we are having, there no way that they can move to know whether the information given is true or not. And if, as a man, we do not have a backup today because we know we are deemed to be the culprit, we are deemed to be the people who does wrong. Once it is when the issue comes or the story comes that I have done this, they ask no question, they just arrest me. And when I am arrested, even when I speak from my side, I share my story, no one gets to believe, no one gets to be on my side, no one gets to understand that I am true in what I am saying. That is very much painful. And as a man, I am making it as a call to the social department, to the government, to the law that we are having, that it is very much painful and it is taking us down because we feel like we have got no protection. Women's children, they have got, if you check on the medias today, radios, television, everywhere, it's more about a man, about children and women, but less about a man, less of the rights that protect a man, but more of the rights that protects the children and the women. But I am saying it is good that we all have the rights. and our rights must be exercised. It must be tangled equally as that of women. But now, because you say I have done it, and because even our social justice, our justice department have got this propensity or this mind that says a man is like I'm trying to figure it out, that when they look at a man, is it looks to be always wrong. In most cases, when you check, you will find that they'll say a man is always wrong. Why? Because simply because a man has been deemed as a perpetrator, has been deemed as they say is muscular, then he is capable of doing this and that. Yes, it is true. We are capable of doing all that, but it is not all of us who does that. It is not all of us who find ourselves having done what they say we are done. But I am saying it is a high time that they listen to us. It is a high time that we also have a backup, because in that way, if you look in our prisons today, it's full of men and less of women. Is it because men's are always wrong, or is it because women's are always right? But it cannot be. Something, it must be done. Something should be done. My viewers, this is heartbreaking to see a man going down like that, where you have got no help. And if you have got no help, where are you going to run to? Should we take law to our own hands? Because the law itself, it doesn't favor us. What are we supposed to be doing in this case? It is demoralizing, it is killing us, and it is bringing us down to a point wherein we cannot stand up tomorrow. But we are making this call to say, let us refrain. May the social justice find a way to balance the equation. They are saying a man does not come out, but we do. Some of us, we do come out, we do speak, but it is very much difficult when you speak and there is no ear that is listening to you. The stigma that is always there, that has been painting upon a man, it is heavier to carry. It is heavier because whether at home, inside churches, inside the law, in our government, in every sphere of life, women are always above men. They are being recognized, they are being acknowledged, they are being listened to more than a man. And this cannot be. I am saying a man is dying, but no one is saying anything. These are the tears of a man. It has a high time that we get to look. Let us get to look at all these things. It is not always the case wherein we are wrong. There are instances where we are wrong. Yes, I agree. But it must be clear that even when the police arrest a person and imprison that particular person, it must be clear that the person is wrong. It must be clear that the person has committed that particular crime. There must be all the evidence that are there to prove that the person has committed crime. I am not against the law taking its course against a perpetrator that has really done this work. But my cry is for people who are being imprisoned for something they did not do, simply because of they are men. That now they had to be guilty for the mere fact that they are men. It cannot be. It cannot be. That because I am a man, that means in every sphere of life I am guilty. It cannot be. So let us find a way, or department, please find a way wherein you scrutinize, you look deep. Then in that way it can help us. Let me also speak about this before I go off. That what I have noticed is that when you are arrested, what happens is that they will arrest you today, possibly today when they take you to prison, because I'm not talking about the holding cell. I'm talking about when they want to take you into the prison. They are going to take you fingerprint even before you go to court. And then now when you go to court, what is going to happen is that your fingerprints are already taken, and it becomes a process. And some of us, we are not clear on what needs to be done in order to clear my record, because it can happen that at the end of the day in court, I'm found not being guilty. But my fingerprint has already went for criminal record. When they go and on the other side, when you check on the computer, it says criminal record. Even though the criminal record I have won at the end of the day, but in those criminal record, they are actually tarnishing our image. They are actually tarnishing our lives, and more especially even from the young guys, and such as us. When such a thing happen, it actually dim your whole future, wherein we cannot be able to rectify that, because some of us, we do not know the process that needs to be followed in order for that to happen. So, but I would say, how about, this is just my suggestion, in order to be safe in all areas, how about fingerprint are taken once a person is charged of being guilty for an offense? I think that way it will be far much better. Not because I'm arrested, they put me in a cell, therefore I need to go for fingerprint. No, no, no. I don't think it's a good way. You imprison me, no problem, because you still want to us to go to court and we want to investigate this thing. Now, it is after I have been charged and been found guilty, then you can take my fingerprint, because you have all the sources and you have all the information, you have all the evidence that says you are guilty. We are charging you of this and this and this and that. Then you can take my fingerprints because I've been found guilty, but not before, because at the end of the day, we are failing to differentiate the person who committed a crime or who has got a criminal record of the one who has been guilty on the one who has not been found guilty. My viewers, please, these are tears of the inner tears of a man that is busy devastating, that is busy killing us, that is busy destroying our lives. Let us try. This is a platform to breathe out. We want to speak. Connect me, on the comment, and indicate if you want us to make a video for us to can share, and you speak your experience and you share with your your viewers based on this. Then we're gonna connect together. Thank you. Stay tuned. Please don't forget to click the button there. Don't forget to subscribe for more information. Thank you very much.